Oh, hello. Hello. Oh, you're purring right into the microphone. Willow. Okay. You can't stay up here. You can't. I'm sorry. I love you. Ooh. So I recorded and did not have my microphone turned on. Yeah. That kind of sucked. There was audio, but it was the audio through the little speakers on the sides of the webcam, and it sounded really horrible. It sounded like a really bad phone call where you're asking the person to repeat themselves. Yeah, it was really bad. Oh, here's Cowboy. Hi. Hello. Well, how are you? Goodness. You're just coming to say hello? Hi. I ate a chip. I did. I'm sorry. I ate a chip. It's grain-free tortilla chip. Yeah, that's kind of funny. It's called a tortilla chip, but it's grain-free. So it's not like authentic tortilla, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm recording this again and I'm gonna just try to give you all the facts and all the things that you need to know. There he goes. Okay. We are we're getting on the couch. He's not allowed to do this upstairs on like the nice couches, but this is the futon, so he thinks it's his. And maybe it is. Maybe that's is that yours? That's your futon? It's very nice. Is it comfy? Okay. He's waiting for me to tell him to get down. I am 2 weeks into month 8, so I'm going to give you updates on month 6 and 7 and give you the little chart to look at. And I also made a table with my measurements this time because I realized I was just being lazy last time, so I will show you that as well. I wanted to start this video off by showing you my outfit, basically. I wore this or tried to wear this outfit several months ago. It was, I believe, in August or September, and I found this size 12 outfit at Goodwill, and I was so excited because it was a really, in my opinion, a nice outfit. And for someone who wears hoodies and flare jeans every day, like this is me dressing up. So there you go. But basically it did not fit. This shirt did not button. The pants, I pulled them up and I couldn't button them nor zip them any way up. I was basically busting out of them. And yeah, that was pretty awful. So, I will show you what it looks like now. I know the belt probably doesn't go, but I don't care. Um, I fit into it. The buttons are not popping open anymore. They're they're closed. Let me see. Yeah, they're not like, sometimes it'll like kind of open from the side. It's looking okay. The pants fit. Um, yeah, I it fits. Hooray. Um, I do feel like I'm losing my butt a little bit, so I need to do I need to do something. I need to do squats with weights or something because while I have lost my weight very slowly and I don't have the gaunt look here that what were people calling it Ozempic face or whatever, but yeah, but my butt is gone. Um, I mean it's still there, but it's looking flat. It's looking flat. I've always had a bigger butt, and this is it's just I don't know. I don't know. Am I the only one that grabs my own butt and sees how much it fills my hands just to just to know if it's shrunk or not? Anyway, yeah, and my underwear are baggy on the butt, and that makes me feel weird and awkward, and I'm like, yeah, that's not, I mean, I'm happy to lose weight, but kind of wanted to keep a little bit of a curve on the booty. But anyway, not important, right? Okay, let's look at my little chart that I made. Okay, let's look at the chart. So, from start to the end of month 7, I went from 186 to 163. Um, you could probably see month 5, 6, and 7, I was all on the same dosage. I was on 1.75 milligrams or 70 units, however way makes it more understandable. Um, and from month 5 to month 6, nothing changed with my weight. I thought about going up to the max dose and then I held off, and I'm glad I did. I went down another 5 pounds, and that brings me to a grand total of 23 pounds lost for those first 7 months. I did continue the 1.75 milligrams about 2 weeks into month 8. And then just last week, I had my first full syringe of the medication. Yeah, I don't really feel any different. I didn't have any headache or nauseousness or anything weird like that. Sometimes when I would go up in dose, I would have like a headache and I would feel extremely exhausted for like a couple of days, but that didn't really happen this time. So I'm pretty glad. It must mean I'm used to the medication. But yeah, so I've only been on the full dose for 1 week at this point. I will say the only downside to that is that the 4 milliliter vial that I had been getting is only going to last me 4 weeks instead of 6 weeks, which kind of sucks, but oh well, I just need to get over it. So it's $300 a vial, and I'll be paying $300 a month, which some people pay more. So I'm not mad. I'm not complaining. And as promised, I did make the chart with my measurements so that you guys could see. So I will pop this onto the screen. Here are my measurements. I put the dosages on here too so that you could see. I basically was on that 1.75 milligram dose for 3 whole months. And where I saw the biggest difference was in the hips and butt area, which is probably why I feel like I have lost my butt. I lost, since the last update, another 2 inches off of my hips and butt area, another inch off of my lower abdomen, another inch from across my belly button. And I am just kind of cruising at 35 inches on the smallest part of my waist. It could be a lot better, of course. So I will, try to change things up one way or another. That's pretty much it for my measurements. One thing I will say is that for the measurement across the belly button, that is where I used to get measured when I was in the military. And if I had measured at 36 inches while I was in the military, I would have failed my PT test every single time. Yeah, I'm not in the military anymore, but I kind of want to be at that standard again, and I'm not there, but I will get there. uh yeah, so that's a goal for me now that I've met my goal outfit goal. That was a goal. I said goal too many times. Ew. But that was a goal for me, was to fit into this little Goodwill cheap outfit, and I fit into it, so goal met. I have not met my weight goal yet, but that's to come, I'm sure. Now that I'm at the highest dose, I think maybe I'll get there, or maybe not. Maybe I'll only get down to 150 if I'm lucky. But anyway. Yeah, so I think that another thing for me to accomplish would be to get that measurement across my belly button down. That's a part of my body that I'm very self-conscious about, and my lower belly. But anyway, and apparently now I'm self-conscious about my butt because it's flat and deflated. But yeah, we'll fix that. We need squats in our life, apparently. So anyway, a couple of you have asked me in the comments what my calorie consumption is, and I will say that it's not very strict. I kind of eat the same things. The only thing that makes it go up is like if I have a snack or something. So I am averaging 12 to 1400 calories a day, and it feels like enough. I'm not like super hungry or anything. Um, I don't really want to go below 1200 because I don't know. I'm already paranoid about losing muscle mass, and that's clearly something that's happening. I did have a health scare, and it's not related to the compounded semaglutide at all, but it is related to me um making a really bad decision after losing the weight. I have hypertension, and it's typically higher at night, and there's a reason why it goes up at night, and that is because I tend to get very anxious and stressed out, usually in the evenings. I have a loved one who is unfortunately suicidal and has been battling mental illness for over 3 years now. So nighttime is usually a rough time for the house. So the mistake that I made was taking myself off blood pressure medications. I had not been monitoring my blood pressure here at home. I just assumed that it was good, um, and had slowly started tapering myself off. But from what I understand, I was on the lowest dose of a medication called hydrochlorothiazide, which is a diuretic, and it's used to treat people with hypertension. But I don't really think it's classified as like something that's solely for blood pressure. It was something that the doctor put me on to help me out, and I'm not sure that it ever helped out. So I'm wondering if all these years it has not been controlled. But anyway, on to what happened. I took myself off of the medication, and I had been down here in the basement, and I walked up that very small flight of stairs you see behind me, as I have done many, many times before, and I became very out of breath. That is unusual for me, especially because I walk the dog every day, twice a day, down a hill and back up a hill, and I'm not out of breath doing that. But for some reason, on this particular evening in March, I became very out of breath and then had to brace myself on the kitchen counter because I felt like the world was flipping forward, and I felt very dizzy. I literally felt like somebody was tilting the floor like this and making me want to go forward. So that was really scary. And I decided to bust out my little electronic blood pressure cuff and just see what I was at. And I was at about 175 over 114, which was pretty high. We decided to go ahead and go to the ER. And while there, they measured it at 185 over 118. And for any of you that have hypertension or know anybody with hypertension, you probably know that 180 over 120 is the baseline for hypertensive crisis, which means that you could die, basically, have a stroke, some kind of cardiac event. Yeah, it was very scary. I felt very stupid having to explain to the ER doctor that I had lost weight, and I was so excited and proud of myself for doing it, and had always attributed my hypertension to my obesity, when in fact it was completely stress related. I'll never do that again. I am on 25 milligrams of hydrochlorothiazide now, along with 10 milligrams of a drug called losartan. And I was taking one called lisinopril for a month, and it caused me to have this chronic cough that never went away. And it still hasn't gone away because apparently it can take 2 months for this stupid nagging cough to go away. And it always hits me at night when I'm trying to sleep. So, yeah, that, yeah, I'm really, I'm glad that they switched me to losartan, but I wish they had just given me that one to begin with. That would have made more sense. Doesn't really have those side effects, but I'm doing way better now. My average blood pressure is about 115 over 75, and I just feel better knowing that it's finally within a safe range. And yeah, don't do what I did. Don't get excited about losing weight and just decide that you are your own doctor and you're just going to take yourself off of medications that you need. Yeah, never again. So that is pretty much it for my update. I'm feeling good, feeling better. I'm doing well. My main focus now is definitely trying not to lose any more muscle mass, if that is in fact what happened to my butt. Um but yeah. I just yeah, I need to get that in check. So thank goodness I've got that Planet Fitness membership. Woo! Yeah, I'll be focusing on exercises that have to do with the rear end. I hope everybody has a wonderful week, and I kind of want to apologize, but I kind of don't. It'll make sense in a second. Um, I sometimes don't post for months, and there's a reason for that. I have a loved one in this household who is suicidal, and we've been dealing with that for over 3 years now. And so sometimes things get really rough here, and the last thing that I want to do is record a video. I'm just not in the right headspace, and I want to be there for my family, but also I just get so overwhelmed by things that are happening that, yeah, it really is the last thing on my mind is to make an update video. But I do try to chime in when I see a comment that asks, are you still doing okay? An update anytime soon. And I just try to let you guys know that I'm still here, I'm still doing okay, and I will update as soon as I can. Yeah, so I hope that that's makes things a little more understandable. That's a good word. So, thank you for watching till the end. I appreciate you, and I will see you again. Bye.